Prabhaye Namaha. Especially in mythology, Lord Vishnu possesses so many weapons in his hands. Especially two are most important one. Very, very important. They are, one is called Sudarshana Chakra. Another is Shankha named Panchajanyam. These two are having its own peculiarities. How we worship Lord Vishnu in whatever the incarnation, similarly his weapons also to be worshipped by us. Even his sword is called Nandaka, mace and a gada is called Kaumodaki. Like this, every weapon has its own names. But especially the two are most important. One is disc chakra, that is Sudarshana Chakra. There is Sudarshana Alvar, having 16 hands, Shodasha Bahu. Another symbol is called Shankha, conch in English. This Shankha is very powerful weapon at the time of battle. In the battlefield, the sound of Shankha, conch, Shankhanadam, gives a symbol of starting the war. After sunset, the same sound of conch gives a sign, an indication to stop the war as it is. Depending upon Shankhanada, the enemies can estimate the opponent so easily. Sometimes blowing Panchajanya Shankha, the Kauravas were trembled to hear such a sound. They were decided, victory is not ours. Such a Shankhanada is very, very important to indicate the victory over enemies. Even Nada Yoga also clearly defines or emphasizes the sound of conch in different ways and different categories. Even Tantra Shastra also accepted and emphasized very much about the purpose, utility and use the benefit of Shankhanada, the sound of conch. Similar to other sacred symbols also possess same benefits. Most of us know very well about Sudarshana Chakra. During Ambarisha incident, Lord Vishnu left Sudarshana disc towards Durvasa, who was troubling devotee of Lord Vishnu, Ambarisha. Durvasa was chased by Sudarshana disc and went on three lokas. Finally, he came to Ambarisha to pacify it. Such another time, same Sudarshana disc killed Shishupala when his 100 faults were completed. But most of us do not know the benefits of Shankha. That's why today I took the topic of the benefits of Shankha. Because Sudarshan Chakram everybody knows it's like similar to weapon, so it kills. Most of us do not know the utility and benefits of Shankha. That's why I took this topic to bring forth you the detailed description of Shankha. Let us go through it. Let us start with prayer. तारत्वं यस्य संस्थाने शब्दे च परिदृश्यते प्रभोः प्रहरणेन्द्रस्य पांचजन्य सपातु वः. Shri Panchajanyam, the conch is the most glorious and famed weapon of Lord Vishnu. The shape of this famed weapon is like that of Pranavam, it looks like a Omkara shape. Shri Panchajanyam is capable of making such a thunderous sound when blown, will cause the stomach of the enemies to tremble in great fear. May that Shri Panchajanyam protect us all. That is the meaning of the sloka. The Shankha, conch shell, is regarded as sacred and auspicious in the Indian system. Like the swastika symbol, it is an integral part of Vedic sacraments. It is blown to initial religious ceremonies. God Vishnu is shown with a Shankha in one hand, a disc chakra, Sudarshana, in another. In the Kurukshetra battlefield of Mahabharata, Lord Krishna is said to have wielded a mighty Shankha called the Panchajanya. It is believed that when it is blown, it announces the victory of good over evil. Using tremendous lung power, stamina, and sustained breath control, the player blows air into the shell to produce a power resounding reverberation that is deemed to match with the primal sound of creation. While the Shankha has but one note, by controlling the breath, the player can alter the magnitude, timbre, and resonance of the note. Though it does not have much application as a musical instrument, the vibrant, sonorous sound of Shankha inspires valor, courage, enthusiasm, and inner spirit. The holy Gurbani of the Sikhs also recognizes these effects as Shankh ki dhun ghuntan ki karphuln ki barka bharkve. Dante, what's the meaning? The conch and the bell produce blissful sound, according to Sikhism. An adept yogi is said to subliminally hear the Shankhanada within himself during the higher stages of trance in Nada Yoga Sadhana. When the conch is blown with controlled breath, the primordial sound of Om emanates from it. This eternal sound is said to be the origin of all Vedas. All knowledge enshrined in Vedas is an elaboration of the omnipresent sublime sound of Om. It was this sound that was chanted by the Lord before manifesting the cosmos. It represents the creation and the truth behind it. It represents dharma or righteousness, that is one of four noble goals of human life. As per the scholarly analysis of Shastric terminology, that which leads to welfare is called Shankha. It is with the sounding of conch that the doors of temples are opened. Another well-known purpose of blowing the conch with or without some devotional instruments known traditionally to produce auspicious sounds is to ward off negative vibrations or noises that may disturb the ambience or the minds of the devotees. Some German scientists are reported to have experimented on conch shells sound and found that diseases like those of thyroid and some other hormonal disorders are healed or significantly cured by this sound. See, medically, what the benefits you are going to get with conch shell? Surprisingly, the sound waves generated by collective blowing of shankas are also believed to prevent the spread of plague, cholera, etc. in the surroundings. This indicates the existence of an advanced knowledge and scientific use of sounds in Vedic India. And ancient India, each village was presided over by a main temple deity and several smaller ones. During performing the arti, devotional prayer song after puja worship, and before and after all the important sacraments, and on sacred occasions, the blowing of conch was a must. Since villages were generally small, the sound of the conch would be heard all over the village. People who could not make it to the temple were enjoined to stop their work at least for a few seconds and mentally bow to the Lord. It indicates like that. The conch sound served to awaken people's minds to a prayerful attitude, even in the middle of their busy daily routine. The Shankha is placed at the altar in temples and homes next to the Lord as a symbol of Nada Brahma or Om, the Vedas, Dharma, righteousness. It is often used to offer devotees sanctified water or sacred oblation to uplift and focus their minds towards nobility and truth. Like the pyramids, the specific geometry of a Shankha generates remarkable energy effects. More remarkable is the fact that these are formed naturally. Different kinds of Shankas are therefore used as yantras for different purposes in the mantra and tantra based sadhanas. Some adept astrologers also recommend the types of Shankha and the location where these are to be placed to control negative planetary effects. Grahadosha Nivaranartham. Several kinds of methods of worshipping the Shankas are also described in Indian scriptures for the benefits varying from wealth, success, and peace of mind to health, heading, and hypnotism. The Shankas that open towards left hand, Vamavarti, are commonly available, but rare are the ones that open towards the right side, Dakshinavarti, means south facing. This kind of Shankha is called Dakshinavarti. Dakshinavarti Shankas are available in white color and with blown lines in them. Their sizes differ, starting from the size of wheat grain to as large as a coconut. Mostly these shells are available only at Kanyakumari district, Tamil Nadu. A completely white colored Shankha is indeed rare. It cannot be so easy to attain. Dakshinamurti Shankha is a symbol of goddess Lakshmi. Her idols and pictures always depict Dakshinamurti Shankha in one of her hands. Dakshinavarti Shankha should be kept at the place of worship or after being wrapped in a white cloth at any sacred place or locker in the house. It is said to bring good luck and prosperity to the individual and his family. In the Puranas, the gods and goddesses are depicted as holding a shell whenever they are happy or setting out on war against evil forces or evil effects. Even the scientific minded non-believers have experienced it and agree all the fact that the blowing of Shankha enhances the positive psychological vibrations such as courage, hope, determination, willpower, optimism, etc., in the blower as well as those around him. As mentioned above, most of the conches or seashells are Vamavarti, mean their bulge opens towards the left side, mean facing north. Only a few shells are Dakshinavarti, their bulge opening towards right side, mean facing south. And even their spiritual lines run towards the right. South is the direction of Kubera, the god of wealth. Even Tantra Shastra has given great importance to such a type of shells. These shells are very rare and are found only in a few places. Dakshinavarti Shankha not only bring wealth but also purify the atmosphere. All the negative energies are swept out at the place, are swept out of the place. Shankas are also classified according to their sizes. Yavakara Shankas are very small in size of a wheat grain and are usually dark grey in color. They are quite strong and cannot be arrested easily. Yellikar Shankas, Yellakar Shankas are a little bigger, varying between the size of ear demum or cardamom in Elakaya, cardamom. A round beetle nut or a lemon, even lemon size. These are mostly found in lakes. A significant class of these shells in the Hira Shankha. These are expensive as diamonds and are considered very valuable among the shells. Moti Shankha, a conch shell that shines like a pearl, is even more rare and difficult to find. It has the luster of a pearl and is generally round in shape. This precious variety of Shankha is available in all big and small sizes. The ancient text of Brahma Vaivarta Purana contains deep knowledge related to the different forms of goddess Lakshmi. It is mentioned that Saubhagya Lakshmi, the bestower of good luck, is present in Moti Shankha. The Jain Tantra describes Padmavati Sadhana is great in detail. In this sect, Lakshmi is worshipped in the form of Padmavati, and Moti Shankha forms an important part of many Padmavati sadhanas. In Tamil Nadu, we can see Jain temple of Padmavati at Salem surroundings. Very, very beautiful Jain temple. We can see all the Tirthankaras in and around the temple. In lifetime, one should see at least once. So don't forget to see it. This shell has great significance in Ayurveda. What? Shankha, Moti Shankha. If water is stored in the shell, it absorbs amazing medicinal properties capable of curing several physical defects. Swami Girijananda, a Himalayan yogi, has experimented with several kinds of Shankas. Some of the simple health tips vis-a-vis Moti Shankha have been prescribed by him as: store some water overnight in the shell and the next morning rub the water on your skin. This cures all skin problems. Number 2. Store water in the shell for 12 hours. Then rub it on white spots on the skin. Do this regularly. After some days, the white spots shall disappear and healthy skin shall reappear. Third, at night fill the shell with water and in the morning add some rose water in it. Then wash your hair with the mixture. Your hair can be shorn like anything. This shall keep the hair black and healthy. The hair of the eyebrows and the beard too could be turned black thus. You need not use Revlon, henna, etc. Multan, matti, gatti, etc. Fourth benefit. If you suffer from stomach related problems, or if there is a laceration in the intestines, then early in the morning drink a spoonful of water kept in the shell for 12 hours. This will cure the problem permanently. Mix water kept in the shell for 12 hours in ordinary water, and early in the morning wash your eyes with it. Doing this regularly for some time will cure all eye related problems. The eyes would become perfectly healthy and one might not even need to wear spectacles in the future. Sixth benefit. If after a bath in the morning, the shell is rubbed greatly or gently on the skin of one's face, wrinkles would start slowly disappearing and the face will gain a new glow by regular use of this process. If you have dark circles under your eyes, rub the shell gently on those spots early in the morning. This will gradually make the spots disappear. Thus, Shanka, like Dakshinavarti Shanka, is said to banish poverty and boost one's profits in business. Placing this shell after performing some rituals of its worship, at home or in one's shop or a place of work is believed to bring prosperity. This shell can also be worshipped on Diwali so as to gain the blessings of the goddess Lakshmi. Let us see the benefits of blowing conch shell. Apart from the cosmic benefits, blowing conch is clinically beneficial too. The sound waves and its frequency is claimed to match up with the exact frequency and wavelength of the charged kinetic cosmic rays, which makes the life force inside every individual refreshed and re-energized. In Sanatana Dharma, there is a age-old practice for welcoming a newborn baby blowing conch, which actually ensures that the mother and child gets enough amount of energy that can ensure their survivability and good health. The most important benefit of the blowing conch shell, Shanka, especially for bronchitis and asthma patients. The conch blowing serves a great purpose of strengthening the lungs to make it strong enough for clearing up the residuals. Apart from this, blowing of conch has many more beneficial aspects. Some of those are revealed and some are yet to be discovered. Blowing of conch produces the exact amount of required energetically charged hormones that are essentially required to one and all for the purpose of enhancement of concentration, dedication, moral boosting, and psychological motivation simultaneously. It helps removing the pessimistic negations which may develop in fearful conditions. Next point of importance is that whenever you are blowing a conch, it requires air to be pumped out of the coordination of lungs and stomach for the perfect sound plus the facial, cheek and jaw muscles works in coherence with those two vital organs by controlling the airflow. With this, a bonding is created between different body parts, which in turn makes the whole anatomy more stable and boosts immunity as a result of that. Next point is that while blowing a conch, it is advised to keep the spine as straight as one individual can, because it ensures a proper and perfect outflow of the air. Now, by keeping the spine straightened, one gets the benefits like neuroskeletal, lymphatic, and musculoskeletal refinement and enhancement. On next coming to the and digestive system plus a female reproductory system also. It has been believed and proved that the sound waves in cooperation with the proper processes can benefit the digestive systems. Plus, if a pregnant woman is in contact with the sound waves of ether, the breast or the conch right from the conceiving news confirmation, then there is greater possibility of a normal delivery of the baby. Plus, it supplies enough amount of power which makes the labor pain not tolerable, like pricking a needle. Blowing of conch in standing position is advised as well as followed, because by that process all the impurities tend to settle down and gets out in the morning washroom session. Plus, it makes the feet stronger and helps you to walk steadily and with more faster pace. While one blows a conch, the individual needs to pump out the air. It is being prescribed that a conch must be blown in the hours and at least 3 times. The logic behind the number is that during the first blow, the second waves stimulates each organs. In the second blow, it activates and gets the anatomical system ready for the cleansing procedure, and in the third of the air pollutants inhaled get out from the stomach and lungs. The more polluted your city is, the more number of blowing can be done in accordance with the individual's ability. Built it should always be an odd counting like 3, 5, 7, 9, etc., etc., etc. Blowing of each conch in association with yoga is the key to open and activate the most important cosmic chakras present in our body. One more point of consideration is that during the ancient Gurukula Parampara, the education started daily by puja and Ishvara Varadana, wherein the brass bell and conch were used blown simultaneously for half an hour to 1 hour, depending on the attainment of education. Say, for example, in the lower classes, it was about half an hour, and in super higher classes, where the required concentration and the energy levels of the student was considerably higher, it was done for a longer time. Here, the amalgamation of sacred pious mantras, the brass bell and conch made the environment extremely positive, and it eradicated any negative thoughts in that particular Guru Ashrama area. Shankha Mudra means shell posture. Is of scientific importance in yoga. Hands are folded in the space shape of Shankha here. This mudra makes all the 5 elements in the body join in the fire element, which leads to enhanced and orderly flow of harmonized vital energy. Similar to other sacred symbols and objects recognized in the Vedas, sacramental rituals, use of Shankha seems to have been derived from a deep scientific observation of sound, geometry, and energy fields of nature. Still deeper investigations on these aspects would of a knowledgeable person and well-being. Thus, the symbol of conch gives various benefits to the people. So, such a Panchajanya Lord Vishnu may give us blessings. Sri Akantaya Kalyana Nidhe Nidedram Sri Venkateswaraya Srinivasaya Mangalam Mangala Sadhana Priyavadacharya Progame Sarvesha Urve Rasadiye Satkritaya Sumangalam.